Hello and welcome to FPL Animate. My name is Oded. In this video I'll talk about some differential players ahead of game week 31. You may overlook them even though they're in good shape because you'd rather go for the other players in their teams or just didn't think they will bring any kind of points. But for the end round of the season, it's time to take some risk and bring players that not many own and can provide points as well. So if you like this video and you find it useful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and let's get to it. Benrahma was a very popular name after the first two game weeks of the season. I marked him as a hidden gem before the season started, and he did bring the numbers and points with 2 double-digit points in the first two games. And then when everyone jumped on the Benrahma wagon, he started to blank, get less minutes, rotate more often and start on the bench most games. Lenzini came out of nowhere and took his place in the middle when Bowen and Forlans on the side were secure to start almost in every game. But with Bowen injury, Benrahma got a chance again to start for West Ham in the last two games in the league and were able to get 3 attacking returns against Aston Villa and Spurs. With Bowen's stats not clear yet on return date, West Ham doesn't have more option in the middle to replace him. So Forlans took the spot of Bowen on the right and Benrahma took Forlans' spot on the left, with Vlacic and Yarmolenko come on as a sub for one of them or for Antonio. So it's safe to say with cautious that Benrahma will keep on starting until Bowen returns and also because of his recent performance. And he got the stats to back him up, second higher among West Ham midfielders after Bowen with more than 2.5 shots per 90 minutes and 1.3 key passes. So for his price and West Ham games to come, he might be an interesting choice for the next 2 or 3 games if he can keep bringing those attacking returns, even if Bowen will come back for those game weeks. Everton at home, Brentford and Burnley are easy games on paper and chance for a big score out of him. Just remember that West Ham will also play in Europe between game week 31 and game week 32 against Lyon, so his minutes might be managed, but again there are no other options on the bench right now to replace him on the starting lineup. Kai Havertz was ignored in the start of the season mostly because of his price of 8.5 million. With so many other options in midfield, it just wouldn't worth the risk, especially with his last season numbers with only 15 appearances, 4 goals and 6 assists. Game week 9 was the first big break for FPL points of view, with Lukaku injury and him going for his spot as a number 9. We all know what happened then. From there no one really took an interest in him, but in the last month Havertz changed gear and started to get attacking returns in every game, starting again in the striker position, starting with in a goal in the Champions League and then 4 attacking returns in Chelsea double game week in game week 28, had 1 more goal against Newcastle in game week 29 and score again for Germany against Israel. So from all the Chelsea players, he is the one in the best shape right now. His price went from 8.5 to 7.9 and less than 7% on him right now. With Chelsea easy fixtures, it might be the time to jump on Havertz wagon. Starting from game week 31 when they face Brentford at home, then Southampton away and much harder game against Arsenal. The big problem that I see with bringing him in is the fixtures Chelsea will have to face in the upcoming weeks between the league games. They have Real Madrid in the Champions League between game week 31 and game week 32. They play the semi-finals of the FA Cup against Palace 3 days before the match against Arsenal. So we might see more of Lukaku, Werner and Pulisic taking over the striker position in the easiest game on paper. Martinelli starting the starting lineup for Arsenal in the first 2 games of the season, didn't leave much impression and got benched from there till game week 13 when he came from 26 minutes and scored once. Since then he started in every match in the league up until game week 30 when he wasn't even on the squad in the game against Aston Villa. But he became one of the most important players in Arsenal this year and contributed 5 goals and 4 assists so far. Only Saka had more shots on goal per 90 minutes than him, and while Saka is heavily owned right now, Martinelli still comes in a very reasonable price and with a low ownership as well. Let's not forget he is taking corners and direct kicks from his side from time to time, and with his speed and technical abilities he can pass almost every play on one-on-one, as we saw in the game against Liverpool when Alexander-Arnold had real trouble to keep up with him. Arsenal's fixtures are pretty good with enough days between matches, started with Palace, Brighton and then double game week against Southampton and Chelsea. So far people had gone for Ramsdale, Tierney, White, Saka and Lacazette for their Arsenal players in their personal squad, so maybe it's time to go for someone different that can easily bring the points as well. He's coming fresh after a long rest and it's player worth gambling on from Arsenal to deliver some attacking returns each and every game. Tarkowski is here only because Burnley got double game week in game week 31 and 33. Chances are that Burnley can keep 1 or 2 clean sheets along this run, and Tarkowski seems the most nailed on defenders, or at least the most nailed centre back defender right now with me injured. Burnley may stand second to last in the league, but their defense is not that bad. A lot more teams above Burnley got far worse defense than them. The problem all year long was with their offense that was the second worst in the league right after Norwich. So I know a lot will go for Wengeros or even Cornat for this double game week, but it seems more reasonable to go for one of Burnley defenders. But, and it's a big but, Burnley was able to keep some clean sheet thanks to 4 defenders who play every game. Now that Me is flagged, it can be a real problem for a replacement for him. He is now flagged as 50% chance of playing. The good news is that Burnley first game is against Manchester City, a team that's probably going to score with or without me on the defense, so hopefully he will return for the other game in game week 31 against Everton at home. A game that can definitely be a clean sheet game for Burnley. Then Norwich away and another double game week against West Ham and Southampton. Tyler and Roberts in the side backs are decent option as well if you decide to go with Burnley defender. But Tarkowski is a big threat on the attacking side as well, with 2 goals and 1 assist so far, all of them after a set piece. So I trust him to start each and every game with 4.9 million price and 1.3% ownership. I think it's worth the risk to bring him on and hope he and Burnley gets at least 1 or 3 clean sheet and maybe some bonus points on the way. And that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. Do subscribe to my channel and give this video a big like. Not easy to make those videos on a weekly basis, so appreciate the effort and show me some like. Goodbye for now and good luck to all.